So as far as in the Rajya Sabha is concerned, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar gave a statement on what has been India's point of view, a statement on how currently the government of India is monitoring the situation in West Asia. And of course, when it comes to the efforts that have been made, when it comes to safeguarding Indian interest and also Indian nationals, around 1 crore of them, or over 90 lakh, that are currently residing in multiple Gulf nations. The External Affairs Minister was speaking amid a lot of disruption and protest on part of the opposition who were demanding Charcha Karo, or we want discussion. And amidst all of the protests, the opposition decided to stage a walkout till the time, until the end, till the External Affairs Minister was right in the middle of his address as far as the government's status is concerned over the current crisis that is escalating in West Asia for us. So the opposition there, they walked out of the parliament in the Rajya Sabha when the External Affairs Minister was addressing the House. However, importantly, three main things that Dr. Jaishankar has highlighted what the government is currently doing, saying that India has a stand, and that stand is for peace, that stand is for dialogue, diplomacy, and also de-escalation. And also when it comes to the well-being of the Indian community and the Indian nationals is what India is monitoring, and also saying that our national interest, and especially when it comes to energy security and trade, that is also paramount. And how Prime Minister Narendra Modi has had conversations with the global leaders in the Gulf nations, which have been also hit by Iran, and especially when it comes to safeguarding Indian interests, that is paramount, as the Prime Minister has been taking updates from the other heads of state. And of course, when it comes to the Indian embassy, as Dr. Jaishankar pointed out, in Tehran, that has been working full-time and is on high alert. And it was previously, even when it comes to weeks before this conflict, this war broke out in West Asia, there were already advisories that were issued, and timely advisories that were issued for the Indian nationals there to take appropriate steps to leave the country. However, when it comes to the stranded Indian nationals, the government of India is also reaching out to them. And the opposition, on the other hand, has been creating ruckus. Already, as far as the Lok Sabha is concerned, that has been adjourned within minutes of resuming. And in the Rajya Sabha, as we heard, the BJP MP, JP Nadda, as well, taking on the opposition, saying that such kind of behavior, such kind of conduct on part of the opposition does not suit them. So when the External Affairs Minister was giving a statement in the parliament, they should have at least respected when it comes to India's stand on the current crisis in West Asia. Pragya, this is what the opposition wants, exactly to follow the demands that it is now seeking. But as far as the government statement is concerned, they are not ready to hear it.
You're absolutely right. And in fact, this has been the strategy all along of the opposition. In fact, the government said that you demanded this statement by Mr. Jaishankar, who is the External Affairs Minister, and he is briefing the House on the situation that is prevailing in West Asia. He spoke about the safety and security of Indians. He spoke about the concern that is for those who are on the crew of the ships that are still in Gulf. And he also spoke about how, the embassy has also issued statement and also issued warnings and directions for every Indian. In fact, in late January, to come out of Iran, and students also. Mr. Jaishankar has given a firm detail about the oil and energy, but he also said that we want restraint, we want peace, and we want stability. And this is why we have approached everyone, even in the Gulf countries, about that. But the concern is about 1 crore in India living in the Gulf countries. Having said that, opposition said that they want short duration discussion, and they are not ready to listen to the statement. They kept on demanding, and eventually they all walked out of the House. And this is also a strategy that the Congress and opposition leaders have for the Lok Sabha as well, because Mr. Jaishankar is going to speak and give a statement on situation in West Asia and Lok Sabha too.
Absolutely. We're just going to play out the statement that was made by External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar in the upper house in the Rajya Sabha today amid the protests and then the walkout that was staged by the opposition.
I rise to apprise this House, this august House, of recent developments in West Asia that are a cause of deep concern to all of us.
Nothing will go on record except the minister's statement.
As honorable members are aware, this round of conflict started on 28th February 2026. It has witnessed not only fighting between Israel and the United States on one side and Iran on the other, but also attacks on a number of Gulf states. There have been numerous casualties, including at the leadership level in Iran, as well
Nothing will go on record except the minister's statement.
as well as destruction of infrastructure in the region. At the very outset, government had issued a statement on 28th February expressing its deep concern and urging all sides to exercise restraint, avoid escalation, and prioritize the safety of civilians. We believe, and we continue to believe, that dialogue and diplomacy should be pursued to de-escalate tensions and address underlying issues. Sir, it is also imperative that the sovereignty and territorial integrity of all states in the region be respected. Given the gravity of the situation, the Cabinet Committee of Security, CCS, met on 1 March under the chairmanship of the Honorable Prime Minister. It was briefed on the airstrikes in Iran and the subsequent attacks in several Gulf countries. The CCS was concerned over the safety and security of the Indian community in the region. It also focused on the implications for regional security and for economic and commercial activities. The committee was apprised of difficulties faced by Indian travelers transiting the region and by students appearing for scheduled examinations in these countries.